Tom Mix and his black horse are girls you went out with called Rose.
There was no Rose. You was right the first time. I never took a soul to the picture show and I never went to Niagara Falls.
I don't care if you did.
Well, not that I couldn't have mind. I mean, Sam Boone, he had a niece that used to pester me half to death.
Sam Boone only has one niece. Her name is Rachel. She's 2 years old and lives in Cornerbrook.
Well, it was Sam and Lucy who saw me off at Union Station. That much is true. Before I boarded the train, I said to him, Sam, I said, what would you do if you had a girl back home that might still be smitten with you, but probably couldn't let on? What advice would you give? Want to know what he said, Mary?
What?
Jacob, he said, did you ever hear the tale of a society girl from St. John's? That let it be known she'd marry the first Blue Petit to win a Victoria Cross. Every time the boys went over the top, the single men would yell, Jenny Saunders or a wooden leg!
Keep your voice down for goodness sake.
The best battle cry I ever heard.
Well, I am no society girl, and you are no Blue Petit, so there.
Besides, Lucy said, if she's still mooning over you, my son, she'll let you know somehow. Simple as that.
It's not as simple as that, and you knows it. There's one member of the wedding you forgot to mention, Jacob, when you told about Tom Mix coming in to steal the bride. What about him?
Who?
Who? The father of the groom. As if you forgot. What was he doing that night? Bent over with laughter? Or was he standing off to one corner, burning up with shame?
Never noticed.
You noticed a lot else.
Is that what you suppose this is, Mary? An eye for an eye? You think I rode thousands of miles by train and boat? All to get back at Will Mackenzie?
I'm asking you that.
Well, if that's what you really believes, Mary, then you're right. I am a stranger and more of one than you realizes. And if that's the sort of man that you imagines me to be, then to hell with you, Mary Snow. And keep your stargazing fiancé with this bald spot in his bag of candies.
And why shouldn't I wonder that? The same question will be on everyone
I
else's
don't
lips
give
tomorrow.
a damn what others think. I wouldn't care if the preacher denounced me from the pulpit. What you think's the matters, Mary, you and no one else.
There's no call to carry on like this.
Isn't there? You stand there and tell me straight to my face that I know better than the matron, than her or Will Mackenzie. And you expect me not to raise my voice.
I never meant it the way you took it.
You honestly think that I'd set out to hurt you? That I tried to use you to settle accounts with someone else?
Are you telling me it never crossed your mind? Maybe the night you packed your bag. Maybe on the day you walked your customs at North Sydney. Maybe on the deck of the boat or on your seat to the train from here. Wouldn't it be a slap in Jerome's father's face to have the sun left high and dry at the altar? Be honest!
All right, yes, it has crossed my mind. But for as long as the shooting star takes, a flash, a flick of a second, I can't help that, can I? I didn't come home the avenging angel, Mary. The smell of blood in my nostrils. You still don't know why I'm standing here in this store-bought suit with bloody stockings in my suitcase. But I might as well be out of this yard because all I'm doing is making a fool of myself.
I suppose you expect me to stop you.
And that I don't. For all I care is, Mary, you can sit in that rocker and polish your ring. I won't be bothering you again, so good night to you, Mary.
Not good night, Jacob. Goodbye.
Suit yourself. Goodbye then. Now you won't have to slap my face.
Thank you.
call.
Oh, you.
Now she makes a fizz. I mean, it's about time, mate. It's such a little fizz too. I mean, when there's a hummingbird, let alone the king of the cowboys.
So sure of yourself, aren't you, Tom? A real lady killer, if that's you.
Tom, he has a modest nature, Mary. He doesn't like to boast. Like some I could name. You know, on a night like this, he'd sooner howl at the moon. One last shout for old Bobfoot.
Don't you dare! You've already woken up half the conception base. It is.
God. You can't beat the mystery of it, can you? I mean, it's some wonderful sight. Wait, or would I just buy glass?
Yes. There are stars Father was watching the night before Beaumont Hamel. The stars, the light that came out from them. It's just reaching us now.
Imagine.
There are some stars we won't see till long after we're gone. Hundreds of years or more. Thousands.
Oh, Jesus, don't get morbid on me. Oh, Bob wouldn't want that now, would he?
Is there really a rose?
Yes.
There was not.
Alright, there wasn't.
There was, wasn't there?
No. And besides, the past is best forgotten. Someone once said, leave it buried. It's the future that counts, Mary. And the future is here in this yard. It's you, me, and that battered old suitcase.
Yes. Held together with a piece of rope. Some future.
Don't be fooled by appearances, Mary. I mean, I myself have more than songs up my sleeve. But your future and mine, all neatly folded on top of my plaid shirts and my diamond socks. All you have to do, Mary, is reach out. And old Bob can rest with a smile on his face. Well,
What about my sister? Are you forgetting her?
not forget.
In years to come, Jacob Mercer, and this is no idle threat line. In years to come, if you ever mention Rosa Sharon, even in your sleep, I'll make you regret the night you knelt in this yard with those stockings in your hand and the moon for a witness. Do you understand me? Do you?